like I said, it's giving delusional. But at the end of the day, I know God's gonna come through in some way. I know he is. I know he is. Hey everyone, and welcome in. My name is Tolu, and on this channel, I make faith-based videos to encourage you as you fight the good fight of the faith daily. I feel like I'm gonna sound like a crazy woman like throughout this whole video, but I just need y'all to stick with me, okay? Because I'm going to explain everything, and hopefully it all makes sense at the end, hopefully. I can't make any promises. Judging by the title of this video, you guys now know that I will be making a very large life change as of next week, and I will be moving to Mexico. Oh my gosh. It's been a couple months in the making at this point, so it doesn't feel as crazy, but like the fact that it's happening next week, it's like, okay, this is really happening. This is really what we're doing. It's totally a huge step of faith. Because as I explained throughout the video, you guys are gonna get to see like I really actually have no idea what I'm doing. But we're just taking it step by step, day by day, trusting God along the way, okay? So let me kind of give you guys a little bit of a background as to like how this all came about, okay? So if you've been around on the channel for a little bit, you'll know that a couple months ago, I quit my job. You know, it's been a theme of many of the videos on my channel, but I quit my job a few months ago because I felt like something in my spirit, I don't know, something in my spirit was just calling me out of that season, the season of where I was working, the season of where I was living. It was like, something was like, it's time for a change. And honestly, like I was reading in Numbers last week, and I was reading about the part where God's presence was leading the people of Israel with a cloud and with a pillar of fire, right? And it would say like when God's presence was in one location, the people would go there. And when the cloud would move, the people would follow the cloud and go there. And it was just feeling like the season I was in, God's cloud was moving. And it was like, okay, girl, like it's time to go. Which brought me comfort in a lot of ways because, you know, it's very scary. And you're like, did I make a mistake even going into that job in the first place, going into that city in the first place? But it's like, it's okay if some things are just for a season and now it's time for a new season, you know? So that's kind of what I was feeling like in regards to my job. And like I was living in San Jose, California, which is like Silicon Valley, which is very techy. At a certain point, I was like, literally, what am I doing here? Honestly, can somebody explain it to me? Because I had no idea. I feel like I didn't really align with the culture. It was giving people are living to work. It was giving we're literally just working so we can pay these expensive bills. Like it wasn't adding up to me. And a combination of my job and my living, like the location I was living in, I just feel like it was sucking all of the creative energy out of me. And, you know, in this time, in this age that I'm at, you know, this youthful age of 26, I just feel like it wasn't the right season for me. And so I was, you know, praying about it for many months before I ultimately made the decision to quit. And then I was like, okay, so if San Jose is not for me, like where to next? Because if I'm being honest, no other city was really sounding appealing to me. In California, I was thinking about Atlanta for a little bit. I was considering Washington, D.C., and Washington, D.C. actually was going to be the place that I was gonna go next because a lot of people were like, we can really see you there. I feel like it would fit with you. And so I was like, okay, me and my roommate were actually gonna move there together. But then I went there for 10 days. And as of day one, I was on the phone with my sisters crying. I was like, I need to get on out of here. No offense, no shade to Washington, D.C. It's just not my vibe. You know, I'm very much a California girl, okay? I'm very much sunshine, beach. It just wasn't really giving what I was hoping it was gonna give for my next place. And so I sadly had to cancel that off the list. But it's crazy because at that exact same time, my older sister, she's like, Tolu, I need you to come check out Mexico City with me because I feel like it's exactly your vibe. And I was like, Mexico City, like Mexico, like who's moving to Mexico? No shade to Mexico, you know what I'm saying? But it just wasn't on my radar. And I ended up going with both of my sisters to, you know, check it out, visit for 4 days. And I don't know how to explain it. It just seems like that's exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. Just, I don't know. If you guys have been to Mexico City, you know what I'm talking about. There's just an energy in that city it was really speaking to my spirit. Okay. So from there, that was back in April. And from there, I prayed about it a lot because I didn't want to just get up and move to a random city if God wasn't, approving of it. And so I was praying about it. I was like, God, is this okay? Like, is this what you have in mind for me next? And I was just asking for him to give me some kind of confirmation. And I felt like he did. And so that brings us to where we are right now, in that I'm just going to take a step of faith and move to Mexico. Like, it's crazy. And it's scary, but it's also really exciting. And I feel like there are parts of it that are irresponsible, parts of it that are giving delusional. But at a certain point, y'all, like, sometimes we just have to full send things in life and take the step of faith, okay? And trust that it's all gonna work out. And so that is what I'm doing right now. You guys know I quit my job, right? I don't have another one lined up. I don't really know what I'm gonna be doing to make an income while I'm out there. I'm gonna be working on YouTube a lot. This is, I feel like, my life's passion. And so I'm gonna be working on that a lot, not only on this channel, but also on my travel channel. But aside from that, I really, truly don't know. And to be fully transparent, fully honest with y'all, I probably have a good 4 or 5 months, maybe six, if I'm really frugal with it, 6 months of savings while I'm out there. But what's crazy is my sister and I literally just signed a lease for a year. And so, like I said, it's giving delusional. But at the end of the day, I know God's gonna come through in some way. I know he is. We might get down to the last month of me being able to pay my rent, but I know that he's gonna come through in some way. Like, every time I step out in faith, God has never left me stranded, ever. And so I know he's not gonna start now, okay? Because that's just not who he is. So while this has been really scary in a way, God has been really good. He's been giving me a lot of peace in this season. And it's also really exciting to be in a season where you fully have to depend on God. Like, I don't know. And I'm fully depending on God. And it's really nice and comforting to be in a place where I'm fully relying and dependent on God right now. And it just reminds me of the verse in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9, which says that, like, God's grace is sufficient for us, and in our weakness, that's where his strength and his power is made perfect, And it's like, okay, God, like, this is really me in my weakness, okay? This is really me, like, I don't know, but then it's really like a blank canvas for God to come in his strength and in his power and turn the situation around in a really beautiful way. And mark my words, you guys, like, I am going to have videos of testimonies on this channel of all the ways that God is going to move and is going to come through. And I'm really excited for it. And I hope you guys are excited for it with me, because it's exciting stuff. Like, when God moves, like, when we're trusting God, waiting on God, like, it's really exciting stuff, because he always exceeds everything that we ever ask, think, or imagine. If you guys watched my last video, you'll know that I've been asking God to really clarify and reveal to me what is my gospel assignment in this season. And especially as I'm, moving to a new country, as I'm going to be settling in Mexico City for a little bit, I'm really going to be, asking God to reveal to me how he wants to use me in that city and how he wants to move through me. And so I'm really excited to see, like, how I will be partnering with God in this next season as well. And I'll be sharing as much of it as I can along the way on this journey. But yeah, I just really want to encourage anyone who might be scared to step out in faith right now in this season, in whatever area of your life it is, whether it be quitting your job, moving to a new city. Like, granted, do everything prayerfully, ask God to show you where he wants you to be, what he wants you to do. He will. As we seek to do his will, he's not going to leave us without an answer. He's going to direct us and show us where he wants us to go. But if you feel like God is, kind of giving you confirmation to do it, don't let fear stop you. And I really want to encourage anyone that might be hesitating to take that step. Just do it. Just full send it. Like, life is short, and especially if you're like in my age range, but like honestly, no matter what age you are, the time is now. The time is now. Like, we're not going to be any younger ever again, you know, and especially, you know, if we don't got no kids, no dependents, no, you know, no commitments, why not now? So yeah, y'all, I think the next video for me will be while I'm in Mexico. Oh snap. I'm really excited for the journey, and who knows, y'all, like these videos might just start being in Espanol, okay? So get ready to turn on your captions, okay? But no, I'm really excited. I'm going to be documenting, you know, the faith related stuff on this channel. But if you would also like to follow along on the day-to-day vlogs, day in my life kind of videos, be sure to check out my travel channel as well. That's where I will be posting more of those kind of videos. But that is the update from me. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really excited to take y'all along on this journey, and really excited to see how God is going to come through and move and just show himself to be, you know, the faithful, loving, kind, generous father that he is. And I hope that this video encouraged you guys. Step out in faith. God will never leave you hanging, okay? Until next time, let's keep fighting the good fight of the faith, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. In Mexico. Period. Okay, bye.